former director of the Oregon Coast Military Museum in Florence sentenced today for sexually abusing a 15-year-old girl. We spoke with the victim and her mother, who say the sentence he received, which includes no prison time, was not enough. Geoffrey Cannon learned Tuesday that he served 5 years of supervised probation for sexual abuse of a teen that happened between August 2024 and July 2025. Cannon, 27 years old at the time, was indicted in July on 4 counts of second-degree sex abuse. His victim was a 15-year-old volunteer at the museum. We spoke with the victim and her mother following the sentencing on the condition of anonymity. The victim's mother says she discovered the abuse while volunteering at the museum herself. She says she went looking for her daughter and found her with Cannon in the museum parking lot.
He said, "I'll never betray your trust like that. I'll never break your trust." But you know, one of the things I wanted to say is sexual abuse of a teenager doesn't usually look like you think it does. It looks like building their trust, becoming friends. He made her feel seen, validated, important. And she is. I mean, she's a pretty awesome kid.
During the sentencing, the victim, who described Cannon as her first boyfriend, detailed the emotional impact of the relationship, from losing friends and money to becoming a pariah in her small town, while her mother painted Cannon as manipulative, remorseless, and a danger to her daughter. Though each of Cannon's 4 counts carried a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison each, Cannon took a plea deal to avoid prison time. Cannon's lawyers say they believe the sentence was a fair outcome, but the victim and her mother say they're frustrated and concerned.
And I told the district attorney that. I said, look, you're talking about a groomed teenager. And I know that that sounds unfair, but you're talking about a child who fell in love with their abuser. Most teenagers will defend their abuser, many of them much longer than she did.
Yeah, at this point I'm like, I'm done. If I could just like erase it doesn't exist and we just move on with life, that's what I'd do.
Lane County District Attorney Chris Perosa says there were good reasons for negotiations in this case. He says Cannon's lack of prior criminal history could have led to less supervised probation time, combined with prison time, if a plea deal was not offered. Perosa said via email, quote, "We wanted both additional time for supervised probation over Mr. Cannon and the ability to significantly penalize him if he violates his probation." Perosa says thanks to the plea deal, if Cannon does not comply with his probation, he is subject to a potential sentence of 34 to 36 months in prison. As part of the plea deal, Cannon must undergo sex offender treatment and have no contact with minors. While taking the stand Tuesday, Cannon said he regretted his actions and the impact they had on the victim, her family, and the community. The museum's president, who replaced former President Gary Cannon, Geoffrey Cannon's father, says the new board of directors is now in place. Plans are also in motion to gradually reopen the museum, but no date has been set.